Just share this one thing, join Emmanuel Gentry.
You see the pass from them, and also clear pass to the Gillis. And then generate the shout from the goalkeeper. Should have left it for the goalkeeper to collect it. Not sure.
And there was small break. Say from Sad Akra. I think simple step forward.
He's on. He's on the man. In Accra, Hasselhoff and Michael Top
Offensive brilliantly for the Oxford.
the Manchester Derby. Sorry, gets it away.
Next line.
Left footed. Stupendous. This is magnificent.
Welcome to StarTimes. StarTimes is a leading pay TV operator in Africa. We're currently in over 30 African countries, and we have a total of well over 30 million subscribers across the continent.
Which is why our platform has various genres of television content, including music, news, telenovelas, movies, series, sports, children's programming, religious programming, lifestyle programming, and many more.
StarTimes launched its operation in Ghana in 2016, and we have been a significant force in the market since our entry. The vision of the company is to ensure that every African family can access, afford, and watch the beauty of digital televisions. StarTimes is a proud partner of the Ghana Football Association, having acquired the right for the Ghana Premier League in 2017 till date. We have produced and broadcast the Ghana Premier League, the FA Cup, and other galas that was organized in the country.
The idea of footballing was brought in by the merchants. Some of the merchants who were then trading with the natives, you know. Then of course the British came in, and then footballing itself, you know, started with them. They brought in balls and jerseys. And in those days our people were playing the ball barefooted, you know, no boots. So you can imagine this is all colonial period really. You are talking about 19th century when I think it started, and surprisingly I think it started somewhere in Cape Coast.
It wasn't called Ghana Premier League until 1993. It started basically in 1993, but before then there's obviously history in Ghana, and it was then the first division, and the first division, at least from what I saw when I came back from the United Kingdom to Ghana and started following football, it was in a level of its own. I mean, those were the years when clubs were getting to African Champions League semi-finals and finals. So it showed that standard of football was very high.
Well, actually, the Ghana Premier League is going through a lot. Pre-colonial period or colonial period, there was an effort to get a football association before independence, and that was headed by one Richard Akwe. After having been able to achieve that, there was an election, and that was in '57. And that election was won by one called Ohinijan. You might have heard the name. Yeah. So Richard Akwe couldn't be the chairman, and Ohinijan took over. So we always try to number the people from the time of Ohinijan.
In the just ended 2020-2021 football season, StarTimes produced a total of 132 live games on television, a feat never achieved before.
They have their Premier League title. Congratulations to the Phobians.
The 2020-2021 Ghana Premier League was a very unique one. Unique in the sense that we had come from years of having not been able to complete a season. And so we were very, very happy to complete the season. And was a season which was very competitive, and you saw it from all the combatants, from the players, the coaches, and the officials, the supporters likewise. I must say that we had some good moments, because league seasons are judged with moments.
It's one of the best seasons that the league has realized in its history. When you look at the way it started, and some of the teams that gave us a lot of things to shout about when you speak of Accra Great Olympics, led the way at some point. Midiama came with a lot of promise, and at the time where Midiama was in the Olympics, were in the Karela, also topped it at the start of it. Hartlefolk and Kotoko were struggling because surely Hartlefolk then were having problems with their manager. Odum started the season, then Papich came through before Nino had a sting in there. Then the man who delivered a double for them, Boydu, stepped through the door, and they never looked back as Boydu got in there. And it was Kotoko and Hartlefolk who at the point became a two-horse race between the two top sides in the Ghana Premier League. But the quality of football, in my opinion, had improved because the FA had insisted that coaches with license A should be handling the side. So we saw the signs in there that tactically, technically, teams were a lot better.
In times gone by, it used to be a duopoly, which was quite boring, admittedly. Hearts or Kotoko, once in a while Olympics. Hearts or Kotoko, once in a while Hazakis. Hearts or Kotoko, once in a while Wise. Hearts or Kotoko, consistently. This one's changed, particularly over the last 15 years. We've seen the emergence of clubs from the old Bronga Ahafu region, or clubs from the Bono East and Ahafu regions that are now playing such a key role. That we've seen the emergence of Mediama. You're having some movement of talent around the country rather than being centered on Hearts and Kotoko. And guess what? Even though they may have the biggest followers, it's been shown that you don't necessarily have to play for them to play for the Black Stars. Because if you take a look at the majority of players who play for the national team, the Black Stars, clearly most of them didn't even have their upbringing in Kotoko Hearts. The emergence of other clubs from the other regions has been one of the most positive things over the past. Hartlefolk took 12 years before they won the league title this season. 12 years, virtually unheard of.
Well, I think this is the third year that I've worked with StarTimes, analyzing the Ghana Premier League. Started somewhere in Cape Coast, and I remember at a point we had to travel to Kumasi, Sunyani, and all that. But there's been an improvement, and for me, this season has been very wonderful, very, very wonderful. You here in Ghana, and at the end of a game, you get a call from Australia, Sydney, that they want to talk to you about the Ghana Premier League, a game they watch on the StarTimes app. It is amazing. I mean, to hear a friend call you from the US, from UK, that even we saw you on the StarTimes Ghana Premier League analyzing the game. So what's going to be the next game? Which teams are playing? It gives you the kind of joy that, look, StarTimes have sent Ghana football far. For the first time, I mean, the last game that we had, I mean, you could watch 4 games at a point. And friends out there will be yelling to see you each and every day analyzing the Ghana Premier League. It's all because of StarTimes.
Yes, there were a lot of live matches, and getting to the end, I mean, there were times that you could choose live local Premier League matches over some EPL or some Bundesliga matches. So it tells you that once the game is packaged very well and presented, Ghanaians will still want to have some very good local stuff on TV.
It was a good season in terms of the football, in terms of players became household names.
It's been brilliant, very awesome. I mean, previous years, players would be in Techiman and you wouldn't know them. You only hear of players of Kotoko and Hartlefolk, and probably Accra Great Olympics. But for me, I believe that StarTimes have helped the Ghana Premier League for us to see a lot of talents.
Generally, we are grateful for the coverage. For the first time, we have more matches being played than ever before. I'm talking about matches per match day, and then also matches, the total matches which were telecasted per season. And so we had the highlights show immediately after the matches, StarTimes made available the goals, and then it was free for all the clubs to use, all the TV stations and the FA and everyone else to use. People were posting on their Facebook pages, their Twitter and the Instagram. And so we had the following in terms of affinity to the league.
As an expert who really wants to know several other things around the game, it's superbly exciting to work on StarTimes project in covering the Ghana Premier League, because the quality around to work with is just fascinating.
We've come from an history where we don't show too many matches, but we show a couple and then we show it for free. And so that notion is there.
They've been fed on a diet, previously fed on a diet of freebies, so they haven't adjusted to the reality of paying for good entertainment. But I think with time, Ghanaians will get accustomed to that.
The interest for our local football is there. See, it's there. When you package the Ghana Premier League ball and you give us quality content, competitive match. When you give us, I paid 99 cedis to watch the match yesterday on StarTimes, the Adepa TV, on their app, on Adepa TV. And I got value for my money.
It's a chicken and egg situation. So people feel that you should get your league to a certain level before you charge for it. But you need the money to get the league to that level people require. So we would continue to urge that we need to put in the investment, and so we will need people to pay and then get the feed. In any case, what we've bargained for is that at least there will be one match or so which will be free to watch.
Most people have been going for StarTimes simply because of what do you call it? The matches that you cover, the league matches. I personally, yes, I use StarTimes because of that.
The main reason why I bought the StarTimes decoder was because of the Ghana Premier League. Prior to the start of the Ghana Premier League, we were in the COVID restrictions. So there were prior announcements of closed doors for the various match centers. So that prompted some of us to get a decoder so that we can catch the best league in Africa.
In this time, I'm promoting and go to park for anyone and I'm a shark. I'm a camera can be a fine or I'm a wow down there. No one will ball.
Yeah, the DG anywhere Hanoma a StarTime. In your StarTime and here, you PBB or StarTime, so apart from soccer.
The demand for StarTime decoders are very high compared to that of the other decoders. When you hit the streets of Accra, sales all over the place. Some people, as soon as they buy it, they want installation. And also, when customers have issue with their signals, we go to help them.
The Ghana Premier League was well covered by StarTimes. They did a yeoman's job and they deserve to be commended.
Because your man can Ghana Premier League boy. Can you be crying? So if you are here, phone to crowd media day, SH now we share because of StarTimes. To me, more StarTimes was a still be yourself. What we need Ghana Premier League in the to decode any now Tobia, Ubenya Biashawanko, Stadium Crown still. COVID needs to know what cost to Mabenya Biat, no ma, Eddie Adio money.
Believe me, if our clubs are doing well like the match, the league we just ended, if they to continue in the same vein, a lot of people will be attracted to the local football.
As broadcasters, we saw the importance of journalists in the growth of Ghana football. And so we organized all expense paid trips to Bundesliga and the French League One respectively, so that they can impact the knowledge they acquire from these leagues into the Ghana Premier League.
We spent such amount of money to expose our journalists to the mode of operation of the Bundesliga, to get that exposure and come back home to impact on our local game. And over the years, we've seen a lot of improvement and progress in our game. Now, the journalist, in terms of packaging of information and also disseminating to the public and even the media, has really seen some immense growth. Now, if you get to the social media platform of our various clubs now, it's enriched with so much information now. How the information is packaged alone has given the numbers that it requires for the various platforms, and that is good for our game. If you also look at the sort of coverage that we give our game now, we've seen a lot of positive commentary and also marketed well in terms of player promotion, in terms of the commentary that is run, the right adjectives, the right words are used, and the advocacy that these journalists have also brought into a game has also propelled the GFA and clubs to do proper branding of the various teams. If you look at the team buses now, it's so beautiful. Gone are the days where it wasn't really considered, but now on every live coverage on StarTimes, you see that the buses arrive in some style. And also, player unveiling is one thing that has seen some unique look in recent times. Players are well unveiled now by the various clubs, and all of these advocacies from journalists that have been exposed to the outside game abroad has helped in the growth of our game.
I was privileged to be one of the first to go to tour the Bundesliga to see how they operate. It's massive. I did that 5 years ago. It's massive. It was an eye-opener. And thankfully, some of my other colleagues have had similar opportunities. So it's helped in our work. We have a better appreciation of what happened at those areas where we want to benchmark our operations. So it's an eye-opener, and I think we can only ask for more from StarTimes.
StarTimes is committed to the development of the game and our task partner, the Bundesliga, to introduce the Bundesliga football school in Ghana to develop young talent.
These kids, 100 of them, drawn from across the country, are going to be getting the best football education.
We were here on the pitch, but everything around was perfectly organized. Since I came here, I've learned a lot, especially with the tactical aspects and the technique. Because since I have young players to develop them, my ambition always to learn a lot, to become a great coach in this country.
The Wednesday, Lothar and the team, Sabi Kufuor and Charles Akono, went to the Wembley Plus where the final of the football school took place. They had some interaction with the kids, good session, motivational as well, took them through some drills as well, not just the fact that they're legends, but they have some coaching skills as well. So it was a great one here, took some good pictures together, and then marvelous it was at the park.
For a great thank to the Ghanaian colleagues here. It was a wonderful time, and as I said, I want to return.
StarTimes, I think, is really worth watching. I think they are really the champions when it comes to showing Ghana Premier League on our screens. They are. Well, nobody has so far been so outstanding like them.
StarTimes is going everywhere, and I believe that come next season they will add up more. StarTimes have quality, and we are going to see much come this season.
StarTimes has been very instrumental in bringing back the love to the local game in Ghana. Our commitment to grow the Ghanaian game is unwavering. We will continue to improve and serve Ghanaians the best of football production and broadcasting.